Her nightmares are what created her. The nightmares that her family didn't care. Despite the fact that it was the first day of summer break, she wasn't happy about it. Mara got used to her current life. The nightmares she lived and saw were a part of her life. She cannot deny it. A day of her life is always the same. Obey, obey, obey. She cannot save herself from that. She never had and never will. She cannot ask for help, cry, complain. She learned these all 3 years ago and couldn't get rid of it. Mara was about to leave the house after doing her hair.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. Just gonna meet with girls.
She lied easily.
Okay, don't be late.
Mother believed in her lie, obviously.
I won't be late. Though, don't you forget something?
She doesn't like asking the questions that she already knows the answer, but she doesn't want to believe the fact that her mother forgot her 17th birthday.
I don't think so. Why?
Forget it.
It is obvious that her family will never care for her.
I can get used to that.
She had no friends, and her family doesn't even know about that. She went to the shack she created in the forest. She was hoping to relax, but she cannot deceive herself.
You didn't come here to relax. You came here to meet with him.
Imagination of her was driving her mad. She checked her watch.
He must be here in 10 minutes.
However, 10 minutes left yet. He wasn't there.
Perhaps there's a traffic.
She doesn't really want him to come. She is sick of his games. Hours have passed, yet that man isn't coming. She called his phone, but a police officer picked up. Her heart got faster.
Is there any problem, officer?
Are you a relative of this guy? Mara stopped. What should she say? Victim would be a great word choice, but if he isn't captured like she thought, it would put her head in problem.
First of all, can I learn why you have the phone?
Police officer understood he won't get an answer before answering Mara's question. We caught him red-handed when we got a report about him being a pedophile by a 12-year-old girl. He made his explanation.
Really? I'm sorry for the scream. I'm Mars, I'm sorry, one of his victims.
I need you to come to the police station. Can you tell me your age and since when you were a victim?
I'm turning 17 today. And I've been his victim for like 3 years by now. Which police station should I come?
As she learned the name of the station, she ran to a taxi stop. She had a little bit of money with her and hoped that it would be enough. If she can use this chance wisely, she can save herself and other girls. She thought that 12-year-old girl was way too brave. That girl saved her. Now it is her turn to be a hero. When she came to the station, she met with the girl. She was gorgeous and cute. Her blonde hair and green eyes were showing her like she was brave, but the fear in her eyes say the opposite.
Thank you.
Though that girl was damaged, she looked at herself like she was looking at the most disgusting thing. She sighed and entered Andre Khan's office. How did you two meet?
After school, I didn't want to go home, and I walked around until it was darker and darker. When it was night, yeah, we met. That's how.
Does your family know?
No.
Because of fear,
Yes.
threatened, or family issues?
Threaten.
Andre thought it was weird since the answers were short and her tone was so relaxed and casual. He decided to send her to forensics, but first he should let her parents know. He asked for phone number, but Mara didn't give. It took a little time to find by her name and last name, but he managed to find it. When Andre saw Mara's fear, he started to think that she was lying, but Mara wasn't afraid because of that. Mara was afraid of the reactions that might come from her parents. Good afternoon, Miss Samsara. I am Andre Khan from Girona Police Station. I deeply apologize for the bother, but your daughter claims that she is one of the victims of pedophile Nicholas Emiliano. There's a lot of evidence that proves her claim, so we need to send it to forensic medicine. Andre's face expression became mad all of a sudden, after the explanation, and it scared Mara. Andre sighed and hung up. Your mother isn't really a nice woman, huh? Then he called for Sophia Karina. Miss Sophia Karina, we have a girl named Mara Samsara here, and I want you to take care of her. We all know you are really successful as a psychologist. When the psychologist came, Mara tried so hard to not act shy. If she knew things would go this complicated, she would have given up from the first page. Sophia's questions were so inappropriate. Mara cannot understand why Sophia is that nervous.
I thought my answers were normal.
After a while, she started noticing that Sophia spaced out.
Ah, of course, she got bored.
Until their time is over, she talked to herself to make up her mind. Sophia got out of her space out. Mara just looked at her.
I deeply apologize. If you accept, we can schedule another therapy session.
No need.
She left. Before she arrived home, she thought about going to the bar, but her age wouldn't let her. She needed a place where she could find alcohol, because as long as she was sober, she was in great pain. She was seeing all her pains in her rescue like a movie. She was sleeping all these years, but this new girl woke her up, and right now, Mara was suffering for these 3 years. On the other hand, she doesn't know how to explain those to her mother and father. Right now, she started to think, how would it be if she never went to the police station? Can she keep her life in that sleep without waking up? She saw her father while walking.
Oh shit.
Her father came near her and asked why she wasn't at home, in a mad tone. Mara explained why her mother nosed to her father, though as she did that, she got slapped.
Did you know how much he paid me each month?
Mara was shocked. That paid me was echoing in her mind. Her father knew it and was earning money by it.
You'll get your punishment at home. Now I'm going to the bar.
He went, bar? Home? Is what Mara thought. How much hours will it take this time? 1, perhaps 4? 12? She could not guess, and it was scaring her. All she asked for was a normal family. She said, and with the dreams of a normal family, she started to walk, but a girl police officer stopped her.
If it's about Nicholas Emiliano, I already did my report.
No. I just heard your conversation with your father. Going home won't end good for you. If you'd like...
No thanks.
And she walked off. She knew she couldn't get used to a new life, and she doesn't want to take that stress. She exists with her pains and fears. There is no Mara in joy and peace. Joy and peace is going to vanish with her. She is a mixture of pain and fear, a person who is fed by those feelings. When she came home, it was 2 a.m. Her father was waiting for her. He was drunk. Empty beer bottles were still there, which meant she was going to get beaten with them. She saw the worst, so it relaxed her. It took hours. She wasn't allowed to cry or scream. She couldn't see because of the blood coming from her eyes, so she had to close them. She started to feel weak. It lasted until 6:30 a.m. At the end, her father fell asleep. Mara found the toilet papers and cleaned her face. She was exhausted, and she looked like a mess. She got out of the house and barely managed to come to the hospital.
Are there any nurse?
And she passed out.
I would take a bullet for you just to prove my love, only to find out you are the one